on my response to a tweet, the tweet said, Trump doesn't need to say anything more to make America great again. So more debates is stupid. He doesn't need to say anything more to make America great again. And my response is, like I said, have you ever seen when a person is talking a whole bunch of junk and they do it because they got their boys behind them? They got a whole bunch of people behind them. Like the guy talking junk on the football team, it's like sometimes it's the quarterback. And he's talking a whole bunch of junk. Why? Because he got the linebacker, he's got this team behind him. But then when he looks up and there's nobody there, then they start to change their tune. So they can talk all that toughness when they got somebody behind them. But when they look up, there's nobody there behind them, nobody backing them up, they start to change their tune. This is what Trump is like to me. See, Trump, it can say all these things now because why? He had all those people on the stage to hide behind. All those people, Trump's candidacy was based on character assassinations, misinterpretations of people's records, saying funny, nasty, raunchy things, talking about people, calling Carly ugly, getting people to laugh at the expense of others, making fun of handicapped people, the indefensible, the people that can't defend themselves. That's where Trump's bombastic attitude comes from, because he's a bully. So it's easy for him to say, yeah, one-on-one, I mean, I beat anybody one-on-one, I'll beat Hillary, I'll beat one-on-one. It's easy for him to do that. Now that you have the opportunity to do it, because really if Kasich was on the stage and Trump's on the stage, it's really one-on-one. Because Kasich has already said, I'm kissing Trump's butt big enough. I just wanted to stay in to win Ohio. I'm kissing Trump's butt and I'm not going to talk about him. I'm going to be that good-natured guy, good cop, bad cop. I'm going to be the odd couple. He's going to be the messy one and I'm going to be the neat one. But there are a bunch of two old white dudes that are really more liberal and we have more in common with each other. So that's why Kasich is cool to back out. He did what he needed, get Ohio, so that because no Republican president ever wins unless they get Ohio. But now, Trump doesn't want to be on stage one-on-one with Cruz. He never really wanted to be one-on-one. The people that he really wanted to be one-on-one, that he really didn't want to be one-on-one with, or that he was cool with, was the people that he removed. So really, now that I think about it, Trump never wanted to be one-on-one with anybody. He just wanted the nomination because that's what he's only there for, is to destroy the Republican brand and get his buddies that he's been donating to. His donations, this is the time for his donations to really pay off for him. So he's been donating to the liberals. He is a liberal. He wants universal health care. He wants the things that Obama did not accomplish. He's cool with almost 90% of all liberal positions. All Donald Trump wanted to do was what? Decimate and destroy the Republican brand. Destroy conservatism, destroy the Constitution, and make sure the liberal ideology will never ever be threatened again in America. That's what Trump's job was. It put everybody at a standstill because of the stupidity of the Republican National Committee making these open primaries. Because traditionally we run to the right during the primaries and then you run to the center. The left runs to the left during the primaries and then run to the center. Trump ran down the center and padded his stats and polls with liberals to where it doesn't matter. They can come over to Republican just to get Donald Trump in and they'll go back and vote Democrat. What Trump didn't want to face at the debates was being one-on-one with a true conservative. Regardless of all the mistakes that Ted Cruz made, I'm not happy at what he did with Ben Carson. I'm not happy with that. But guess what? There is no perfect candidate. But Cruz is a real conservative. Cruz really understands the Constitution. He understands policy. He understands the establishment. Donald Trump could not be one-on-one at this debate with Cruz because Cruz exposes that Trump is not anything that he says. Trump has been running around getting propped up by Republicans and conservatives and evangelicals. And now, one-on-one, those props don't work for him when he's up against a true one. Cruz exposes that. Ben Carson doesn't boost his anti-racism. That's what he's hoping, but it's not going to work now that he's one-on-one. Sarah Palin was going to boost his toughness. It's not going to work now that he's one-on-one with somebody like a Cruz. Falwell was going to boost his Christianity claims. Not going to work when you're against a Cruz. One-on-one. Trump never wanted one-on-one. He just said that stuff. There is nobody on the stage that's going to boost his commander-in-chief cred. When his version of commander-in-chief is, they're going to do what I say because I said so. The generals are going to do and the soldiers are going to do what I say because I said so. That's not going to be good when you go against a Cruz. It says, I'm going to listen to the generals and they're going to give me an assessment, and then we're going to look at the presidential daily briefs and see, and you use the acronyms and the FBI, CIA, we're going to get the intelligence on the ground. And when he's starting to sound presidential against Donald Trump, the nincompoop, his presidential cred is going down fast. There's nobody going to be there to boost Donald Trump's conservative claims. When his response to, are you a conservative? Yeah, I'm a conservative. You know, I donated to conservatives. And then, you know, and things like this. Well, how do you stand on Israel? Well, you know, I'm going to be good on Israel. Why? Because I was in a parade once. And I got to be right. I was the guy that was right in front of the float. And so that means that gives me qualified to negotiate a deal with Hamas. I mean, come on, people. He's going to look like a retard. Yes, I said it. If Donald Trump can do it, I can say it. Don't forget, right? He's said we don't have to be politically correct. And trust me, even people that are claimed to be retards will say, that's accurate what you said about Donald Trump. Because they know. This dude is retarded. And now you guys are going to, Phil, when you say something bad about... Man, this dude is the king of saying something bad about somebody. You hypocrites. There is nobody going to be there on the stage to boost Donald Trump's competence when he's one-on-one with Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is going to make this dude look so incompetent. So incompetent. He's going to show that he does not understand the issues. That the bull in the china shop thing worked when there were 17 people on stage. Why? Because your job was to make sure it got down to the 1, to the 2. And that's why Donald Trump is advocating for, if I have the most votes, not the 1237, he doesn't care about the rules. Don't forget, you're talking to somebody who wants to make up all the rules as they go. He circumvents rules. He tries to get people emotional to stand behind him when he breaks rules. Like it's the new rule. And the old rule was stupid. It was dumb. It didn't make no sense. I'm leading in the polls. I'm leading in everywhere. I have all the victories, so I should be able to set the rules. It doesn't work like that. And the reason why Donald Trump takes that stance, because he's Obama 3.9. He's the Obama. He's the vanilla Obama. Egotistical, narcissistic, and don't care nothing about the American people, the Constitution, the rule of law, the Bill of Rights, or anything. And when it comes down to being very articulate, make America great again is not a policy position. It's a cool little slogan on a hat and a flyer and a yard sign. And neither one of those things can stop ISIS. Donald Trump is a bully that never ever wanted to be one-on-one. He wanted to be the only one. Fox News has a vested interest in ratings and making money off the American people with a liberal in the White House. That's why the Fox News, the Sean Hannitys and the Trumpettes are standing behind and giving him all this free time. Why can't Ted Cruz call in on the telephone? Why is Donald Trump allowed to call in on the telephone and Ted Cruz can't? Because they make money off of Donald Trump. Donald Trump knows it. And so here we are. Donald Trump cannot stand to have another debate where he cannot cuss at people and talk about people and dog people out. He cannot have another debate where he has to hold his tongue, his mind, his brain, the little brain he has, to appear to be presidential. So he says, I don't want to do the debates. I don't need to do the debates. I'm winning, they're losing, I'm on cruise control. Because I can never let Cruz look like he's in control. And prove that I'm out of control and I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know what I'm doing, but just electing my friend Hillary Clinton and trying to make sure that you guys don't find out. The more I talk, now that it's one-on-one, I don't get to hide behind everybody else's conversations. I don't get to come out the next day and say everybody ganged up on me. I don't get to do all these things now that I'm one-on-one. That one-on-one argument was good while it lasted. But all it was a bully talking a bunch of junk that he knows that he can't back up. You put Donald Trump in the ring with that guy that he wants to punch in his face, and you will watch a 70-year-old white dude get his ass whooped. If you take that 79-year-old white man that Donald Trump says is such a great American, and you put him one-on-one and don't have to sucker punch that kid walking up the stairs, and you will see a 79-year-old white dude get his ass whooped. It's cool to do all these things when you can sucker punch people and you can hide behind your bodyguards. But other than that, you're nothing but a bull in a china shop. You're nothing but a bully, and you was nothing but a shill for the liberal movement to help decimate the Republicans and redefine conservatism and wipe out the Constitution and elect Hillary Clinton, your good friend. Just like Obama, if Reverend Wright was good enough to baptize your children, Hillary Clinton was good enough for you to come to her wedding, then we know that you're not good enough for America, because if those facts come out, we lose. Come on, people. That's my response to that tweet on the Phil Williams Show.